Thank you. So the symposium is based on assistive technology for all. And as I said, how open is GATE now? That's what I have been challenged. And people who do not know, is a global cooperation on assistive technology. In short, we call it GATE. It opens the gate for the people who are still not in the mainstream, not included. So that's the philosophy bit of the GATE. So we started on only 2 years ago. So within 2 years, we have 810 organizations or individuals are the GATE community members. And this number is rapidly increasing. So anything now we do in the field of assistive technology or any initiative coming up, we put it in the GATE community, and then people keep on discussing. And we already found this community is very useful in guiding WHO to take the next steps forward. But if you see, look carefully in the map, we have a lot of holes, big holes, especially in Africa. So we have to do a lot of work in this part of the world to ensure that people really understands the importance of assistive technology, and then really they work to improve access to assistive technology. So what we did as our first step, we produced this priority assistive products list. Why we produce this priority assistive products list? Because in the pharmaceutical sector, the medicines were overpriced once upon a time. The scenario of the pharmaceutical sector 30 years ago is the same what assistive technology is today. But in 1978, WHO published essential medicines list, and that list was the game changer. Now more than 170 countries uses that list as a guide to procure, to fix the pricing of the medicines around the world. And it also made a new introduction called a generic medicine. So it is such a powerful tool. So we said, okay, if it is available in the medical field, medicines field, why cannot we make it in the assistive device sector? So that's why we developed and published this priority assistive products list, which was launched by the Health Minister of Pakistan and Ecuador in the last World Health Assembly. And coming back to Carson, we hope it will be accepted in the next World Health Assembly as a resolution on this. But I'll come to that again. So then after that, in the morning also you heard, many people said there are not enough evidence about in this sector. And many people do the research, but most of this research doesn't connect well with the policy and the development. So what we did as a next step, we published 5 global thematic areas as a priority research agenda. So we want whoever, wherever they are, to carry out this research on these thematic areas which we can capture and influence the policy. So if you see what Claude said in the morning, it's not about the products, it's not about the personnel. We have to talk about the whole ecosystem. And this whole ecosystem, we quite often forget. So what we are trying to do with the assistive technology sector, we have identified 4 P, policy, products, personnel, and provision, as a complete package, as a complete health system strengthening package, and trying to connect it with the universal health coverage. Because that's the way we can have the mainstream, we can mainstream the assistive product sector. The most of people in this world, especially in our field, are miles away from the policy. They're practice, they're implementers, but if you don't influence the policy, whatever we do, it will never be sustainable. So the policy, especially the financing, information system, has to be well understood by the community to go next step forward. So based on the same philosophy and the same structure, this morning we have introduced these prosthetic and orthotic standards. And if you see that standards, when you know more, has the same forced basic structure, 4x4, policy, products, personnel, and provision. And if you replace the word prosthetics with the wheelchairs, hearing aids, any devices you know, you will find quite a similar sense in the whole document. So we want to see that all these assistive products, which we identify as a priority assistive products, follow in the same line of provision and follow the ecosystem. But WHO can produce documents after documents. We can give you enough number of tools. But these tools will be of no use unless and until you campaign for implementation of these tools in the country. And that's where we need support. And I brought this slide specifically to make you understand, to make a difference, to make a change, you have to understand the WHO structure. Many people come straight to me from many parts of the world. I want to do it. Can you come? Can you do something? It's not possible. So WHO has 6 regional offices. And also we have a country office. Most countries we have a country office, then regional office, and then headquarters. So in wherever you are working, take this list to the country office, to your Ministry of Health, to your Ministry of Social Welfare. WHO published this. Where are we in our country? And that's where our dialogue and interaction can open up. So how decision is made? As Carson rightly pointed out, the decision, the final ultimate decision in the WHO's world is called resolution. Till date, we never had any resolution in the assistive technology sector. So it's a time to demand for a resolution. We have been requested. Government of Pakistan is pushing a motion in the executive board, which will come into the discussion in January 2018, and we're demanding for a World Health Assembly resolution. But if government of Pakistan asks and others don't support, it will not happen. So you have to see wherever you are working, whoever is your counterpart, they support this motion so we can have a resolution on assistive technology. And one of the key factors of this resolution will be every country should have their priority assistive products list. So every country should have their assistive products list, and based on this list, they will procure the quality products and ensure the services are provided for the people who need it most. So we have 2 important events, Executive Board, which has 34 representatives. In Africa, we have many representatives, so please talk to them and see that they support this initiative. And then ultimately, 198 countries come into the World Health Assembly, and the majority says, yes, this is an important area, we need to invest, then it will be really a major step forward. So you can have all the structure information, how it influence policy in WHO in this website. And WHO is nothing, is a Actually, WHO means the whole Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of all the countries in one organization. So many people say, why don't you tell the country? We cannot tell this to country. Country tells us what to do. So you have to understand that philosophy, that mechanism. And then we are, Alarcos, all are there in the WHO to facilitate that priority assistive products list gets approved in the next World Health Assembly. Thank you very much. Answer these two specific questions?
That would be fantastic. And then we will have a general discussion at the end after all the presentations. Chapal?
So, Zaidi, thank you. We are making a roadmap. And you have seen that we have 4 components: policy, products, personnel, and provision. So we are making the roadmap, and it's in the final stage. We'll send it to all our partners for peer review. And once we have that feedback, we want to publish it before our next meeting, big meeting, which we are organizing on 2nd and 3rd of August in Geneva. So you'll have the roadmap before the global researchers, educators, and innovators meet in Geneva. And APL, I have answered you, Carson. And priority assistive products list, we have identified which are the most priority products which every country should make available. Majority countries have ratified the convention in the world, but I am sure many do not know what they have ratified. So it's an opportunity for you to take it to your counterpart and say you ratified the convention. This is Article 2026, 32 claims for this. So where are we? And only if you ask, things will change. Thank you.